Exodus chapter 21. And these are the ordinances which you shall place before them. If you should acquire a Hebrew servant, he shall serve to you 6 years. But the 7th year you shall send him free without charge. If he alone should enter, also alone he shall go forth. But if a wife should enter together with him, also the wife shall go out together with him. And if the master should give to him a wife, and she should bear to him sons and daughters, the wife and the children shall be to his master, and he alone shall go forth by himself. And if responding the servant should have said, I have loved my master and my wife and the children, I do not run free. Then his master shall lead him to the judgment seat of God, and then lead him to the door unto the doorpost. And his master shall make a hole in the ear with the shoemaker's awl, and he shall serve to him into the aeon. But if any should give over his own daughter as a domestic servant, she shall not go forth as the bondwomen run forth. If she should not be well-pleasing to her master, who did not solemnly promise her, on payment of ransom he shall release her. But the master is not to sell her to an alien nation, for he disrespected her. And if to his son he solemnly promised her, according to the ordinance of the daughters, he shall commit to her. And if he should take another woman to himself, the things necessary and the clothes and her companionship he shall not deprive. And if these 3 things he should not do for her, she shall go forth freely without paying money. And if any should strike any, and he should die, to death let him be put to death. But if it be done not willingly, but God delivered up into his hands, I will give to you a place in which he shall flee there, the one manslaying. But if any should set against the neighbor to kill him by treachery, and should take refuge, you shall take him from my altar to be put to death. Whoever beats his father or his mother, to death he should be put to death. The one speaking evil of his father or his mother, to death let him come to an end. Whoever should steal any one of the sons of Israel, and tyrannizing him, should give him over, and should be found with him, to death let him come to an end. And if 2 men revile each other, and one should strike the neighbor with a stone or fist, and he should not die, but lies down upon the bed, if in arising the man should walk outside upon his cane, the one striking will be innocent, except he shall pay for his idleness, and the physician's fee. But if any strike his servant or his maidservant with a rod, and one should die by his hand, with punishment let him be punished. And if the one should continue to live 1 day or 2, he shall not be punished, for he is his money. And if 2 men should do combat, and should strike a woman, having one in the womb, and should come forth her child not completely formed, with a fine he shall be penalized, insofar as the husband of the woman should put upon him, and he shall give by means of what is fit. And if it should be completely formed, he shall give life for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot, burning for burning, wound for wound, stripe for stripe. And if any should strike the eye of his manservant, or the eye of his female attendant, and he should blind, he shall send them free on account of their eye. And if the tooth of the manservant, or the tooth of his female attendant, he should knock out, he shall send them free on account of their tooth. And if a bull should gore a man or woman, and either die, with stones you shall stone the bull, and you shall not eat of its meats, but the owner of the bull shall be innocent. But if the bull should be goring before yesterday, and before the third day before, and men testified to its owner, and he should not remove it, and if it should have done away with a man or a woman, they shall stone the bull, and the owner of it shall die in addition. And if ransoms should be put to him, he shall give ransoms for the life of it, as much as should be put upon him. And if a son or daughter should be gored, according to this ordinance they shall observe it. And if the bull should have gored a manservant or a maidservant, he shall give 30 double drachmas of silver to their owner, and the bull shall be stoned. And if any should open a pit, or a quarry pit, and should not cover it, and a calf or donkey should fall in there, the owner of the pit shall pay. He shall give money to their owner, and the animal coming to an end will be his. And if any bull should gore the bull of the neighbor, and it should come to an end, they shall give over the living bull for sale, and divide the money from it. And the bull having died, they shall divide. And if it is made known that the bull is given to goring before yesterday, and before the third day, and they should have been testifying to its owner, and he did not remove it, he shall pay bull for bull, but the bull coming to an end will be his.